Howdy guys, HW. I'm coming to you today from the shores of Sydney Harbour. I'm at Blues Point Reserve, which is on the other side of the harbour on the North Shore. Got up the crack of dawn this morning. Thought I'd come down here and give you a bit of Sydney sunrise action. So we'll watch the sunrise in the next couple of minutes, and hopefully we'll see the bridge and Opera House with a nice glow on it. And there's just a few kayakers out there that you can see on the water. A couple of ferries have been going backwards and forth. I've only seen one jogger so far. I thought I might catch a few fishermen finishing up their session down here. I can see a couple just around the corner there, but there's not many. So yeah, so video's going to be a bit late this week. It's Saturday morning here in Sydney. It's currently 8 degrees Celsius, which is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind's from the west at 18 kilometres an hour, or 11 miles per hour. Thus why the water's so flat. When the wind comes from the west, it flattens out the water. So there won't be much surfing had in Sydney this weekend. There's a few more kayakers going past now. Just as I talked about the joggers before, here comes one now. You can't see him, but you probably heard him just then. Should see the sun start to pop up in about a minute. But yeah, this week, why the video's late. Unfortunately, HW's had a bad week. I came down with a variant of that delightful virus that we've had over the last couple of years. I won't even mention the name of it. But, apparently it was all over. Well, let me tell you, this variant that I got this week absolutely laid me out. I was in bed for days. And I think it's the third time I've had one of these delightful viruses. And I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. It was a really bad one. So I wish you all luck if you happen across it. So that's where I was this week. That's why the video didn't come out yesterday. But by the time you see this, hopefully maybe Saturday night, Sunday morning, it'll be out for you. Should start to see some of the buildings start to glow with the sun in a moment. But regardless, I'll hang around for a few minutes to see how bright it can go. My buddies up in the northern hemisphere, hope you're starting to get some warmer weather up there. Hopefully you're out and about enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the warmer weather. I was sad to see some of our northern neighbours are starting to get bushfires already, or what you call wildfires. I saw on the news all the wildfires in Canada, and I was pretty astounded to see the New Yorkers choking in the smoke from those fires. So they must be big ones. We all know about fires down here, as you know. We had a terrible season in 2020, or 2019, 2020. It got so bad you wouldn't even be able to see the harbour if there was a fire going on. Right now, it'd just be smoke haze over the whole lot. I wonder what these kayakers are doing. What are they waiting for? Well, they must be waiting for sunrise as well. See a river cat just turning under the harbour bridge right now, heading into Circular Quay. I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but if you go directly under the bridge, sort of at the 11 o'clock mark, you can see the sun starting to shine on one of the windows on, what would that be? That'd be part of the eastern suburbs, I think. You can see the sun shining off the window, shining back this way. Directly in front of it is one of the naval ships. You might not be able to see that, it's probably camouflaged by the water. Here we go, the buildings are starting to light up with the glow from the sun. Comes a train over the bridge. Make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. I put in a video, I think I called it, should I call it Sydney Winter 2023, I think that was the vid that I did, where I rode my push bike over the bridge and through the city and finished up down in Circular Quay. I spoke a bit about the trains that we have here, the commuter trains. That one up there is no different. It's a double-decker. You sit upstairs, downstairs. So if you want a good view of the bridge from the west side, you can jump on one of those trains and sit up the top, and you get a view down into Luna Park and Blues Point, where I'm standing right now. Oh look, there's a couple of bush turkeys going to come past the camera here. There they go. Often I'm filming and I walk past them and they show up on the camera, but I don't even talk about them. I don't even go, oh, there's a couple of bush turkeys. I just totally ignore them. But that's how numerous they are in Sydney. They're just an everyday bird for us. Those suckers, and also the bin chickens, the ibis, they're everywhere. You probably can't see it, but they're down in the park down here, and they're attacking a couple of McDonald's fries packets that people have left in the park, the grubs. And there's a garbage bin up behind me. They could have put it in there. I might go down there and pick them up myself in a minute. Otherwise, they're just going to end up in the harbour. Starting to be a glow over the Opera House sales now as well. I'll pick up the camera in a minute, and I'll give you a bit of a look around Blues Point, and then I'll flick back to the harbour quickly to see a bit more of the glow, and then I'll call it quits here, and then I'll join you again over in the city when I try to find a Nectar to get my pulse back. There we go, pick the camera up. So this is where I'm standing. Standing in Blues Point Reserve, just off Henry Lawson Avenue. Look at these old red brick units up here. Not one person. Oh, actually I lie. There's 2 people that have got curtains. Everyone else is like completely open. Because if you had views like this, why would you bother having curtains on the windows? Just turn around here. Lucky we're down here early. There's a bit of a building site over here. This building I'm looking at is infamous in Sydney. This is Blues Point Tower, designed by famous Australian architect Harry Seidler. I don't know whether you can see, but right up the top there's a marine radar flapping around, which was added to the tower later. This particular tower was supposed to be part of a whole complex that was supposed to be built on Blues Point here. And it was going to promise every unit holder a view of the harbour, either east or west. But it got knocked back, and so all the rest of the development got knocked back. The only thing that was allowed was this tower. And now it's a landmark. Some people like it, some people don't like it. But you'll certainly see it if you ever come to Sydney. It's a bit more of a glow on the Opera House now. Might take a little walk down to the end down there, and might pick up those McDonald's packets on the way and get rid of them. These people obviously come down to see the sunset as well. A couple of lovebirds. Let's get these McDonald's packets. You'll see here they didn't have to walk far. Look, the garbage bin's only over here. Lazy turds. Another view of Blues Point Tower there. Here's Luna Park, you can see over there. Just there. Here's these bush turkeys. If I get close, they'll probably run off, but let's see, maybe they're tame, maybe people have been feeding them. Oh yeah, they're pretty tame, look. Not interested in me whatsoever. All these people on the kayaks, what are they waiting for? Oh, he's giving them a bit of a tour. He's talking about Blues Point Tower right now. Oh look, there's a Coke can floating in the water there. Oh no, it's an energy drink. Yeah, look at that. There's a bit more of a glow on the Opera House now. You probably can't see, but you see the little brick outcrop under the bridge there. It's Fort Denison. It used to be a yeah, you probably heard it before, but it used to be a prison at one stage, housing convicts. I do have a bit of a connection with that place, not from a convict point of view, but got a bit of a connection through family with that place back in history, but I'm not going to mention it other than say that. There is some fishermen down here, look. I don't think they'll be hanging around for much longer as the light starts to come up. Oh look, someone's left a decorative crab here on the edge. It's a silver one. Don't know why, but it's a little puppy dog. You know what? I've never been up these stairs. I wonder what's up here. Old sandstone stairs. Look at the tree root, how it grows into the rock. That tour guide of those kayakers is still banging on about something. Oh, there you go. So a little park up here as well. You can get an even better view down the harbour. There's one of those fishermen down there. Yeah, look at that. That's a good view. Oh, there's a staircase on this side too. There's our finger wharves over there. One of them houses the Sydney Dance Company and also the Sydney Theatre Company. Down these stairs, look over this way, you can see Anzac Bridge in the background. And I don't know whether you can see that that parkland just there. That parkland just there, that's the start of Balmain. Look at the sun bouncing off that building over there now. There's another train makes its journey up the North Shore line. So fishermen going out. Jeez, look at that! I'm just looking at the clock on the camera. We've already done 20 minutes. So I think that's enough for sunrise. I'm going to walk over past Luna Park now, but I'm not going to film it because I filmed that before. I'm going to get across to the city and See how things are shaping up over there. See if we can catch any early morning action over there, and then get a Nectar, and then start thinking about heading home. See you soon. Alright, here we are. Made it into the city. Just stepped out of Wynyard Station. Gonna head up George Street. Not this way. Gonna head up George Street this way. And we're gonna see if this takeaway coffee shop that's up the road here is open. A few people sleeping rough on the street here. Haven't seen that for a while. Not sure why they chose cold conditions last night to sleep out here. And I'm pretty sure along here somewhere there's a bit of a hole in the wall coffee shop. Haven't seen it yet. You can see the sky's nice clear blue. Hopefully you can see it. Let's spit out this chewing gum that I'm chewing on. What time is it now? Let's have a look. Oh, there's there's the clock up there. It's 8 o'clock. Haven't seen any Nectar joints open yet. This is a disaster. As you can see, pretty deserted at 8 AM in the morning. Looking up Martin Place there. Only seen a few cleaners around and workmen, but they're starting to pack up. This little statue here on the corner always creeps me out. Often I'll walk past of a night or in the morning. Not in the morning, during the day, and I think there's a little kid standing here. I don't know the history of this statue. Maybe someone else watching knows. So a bit of a photo shoot up here. See old GPO looking pretty quiet. I haven't seen the hole in the wall shop. I must have been delusional. I must be in a different street. But I could have swore there was a shop along here. So, oh, you know what? I think it's on the next block. cheeky peek of Centrepoint Tower up there. I made a mistake in one of my early videos. I was walking down Market Street past the State Theatre, and I said, oh, it looks like they've taken the disgusting Westfield sign off the Centrepoint Tower. And I was wrong, because I noticed the other night when I was at Vivid, the Westfield sign was still shining bright atop the tower. Wish they'd take it down. Look at that, pretty quiet down King Street as well. Look at that. And back this way, only one car. I'll take the opportunity to cross, gets the lights. I've walked along this side before and commented on the Apple shop as I've walked past, so let's walk on the other side of the road. Some window cleaners. Would you do that job for the money? Supposedly they get good money. WeWork building there. It's a nice looking building. Passing by the Strand. Oh, there's a couple. Oh, look at that. See, if we get desperate, we could always go to Romolo. They'll be open. Can see some people sitting in there now. Yes, it's open. Finally get to try this little takeaway joint. So I'm heading down George Street. I'm in between the intersections of King and Market. Just past this Michael Hill Jewellers and St George Bank. Almost across the road from the Dimmings building is this little hole-in-the-wall coffee joint. So, finally get to try it. It's called The Hustle. Let's get in there. Hey buddy, can I get a small flat white to take away?
Yeah, of course. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
$4. No sugar, right?
Thanks, buddy. This looks alright. It's got a few sandwiches and wraps and stuff on offer. Some delightful cakes. There's the cheeky banana bread. It's got a jumbo, a large and a small. Let's see how it goes when it gets extracted by the good barista there. Oh, it's ready, look at that. Thanks guys. Cheers. Oh, it's like an injection of bloody, what would I say? It's like an injection of heaven. Ah, hustle. Come to Papa. Ah, so good. So remember that early morning in Sydney, get into hustle in between Market and King on George Street. I don't usually have Nectars this early in the morning if I can help it. As far as HW is concerned, any time is a good time to have Nectar. But I do usually try to stick to the 9:30 to 10:30 for my morning coffee and my 2:30 to 3:30 for my afternoon coffee. I think I've spoken about it before. It's got to do with the natural chemicals in your body that when you wake up get your body moving anyway, so you don't really need the coffee at that point. But yeah, around about 9:30, if you're a normal 9 to 5er, that's when you need your Nectar injection. There's a few more cars heading down Market Street now. People are starting to come into work. There's a Hilton hotel up there, glowing in the sunshine. And the Gowings building. Myer building over here. And Westfield. So yeah, as we look up at the Gowings building on the corner of Market and George, oh, thank you for coming on this early morning skirt around Sydney. Hope you enjoyed the sunrise action. And I'll see you in the next vid. Send through some comments, questions if you got them. Any recommendations of where you want me to go? Oh, you know what? As I hold this Nectar, I've just remembered something. I've got someone to thank for this Nectar. Let me check my phone. Brenda, thanks for the Nectar, Brenda. I got your message on Buy Me a Coffee. Really appreciate it. This Nectar's for you. Cheers. The video is over.